Welcome to the demo video highlighting a program stakeholder register as part of the overall stakeholder engagement plan. In this video, we will illustrate a stakeholder register template, review a portfolio for a human resources excellence initiative, and assess a complete stakeholder register that supports the HR Excellence Initiative. A program stakeholder register is an overall stakeholder engagement plan and a key component of your broader program management plan. This register helps you identify the key stakeholders essential to the program's success by clearly defining their roles and responsibilities. You must keep in mind that a stakeholder register is a living document that you must update as the program evolves, since stakeholders, roles, and responsibilities will inevitably change over time. Let's begin with a review of what is included in a stakeholder register. Begin by defining the program and use version control. Stakeholders will change over the course of a program. Keep the stakeholder register current. Next, list each stakeholder position required. Add the individual's name filling the position if available. If the name is not available, simply insert to be determined. A portfolio normally impacts stakeholders from multiple internal and external organizations. Identify the stakeholder's organization as applicable. A program includes multiple projects and components. It also is dependent upon other programs and supports the overall portfolio. Identify the program component supported by the stakeholder. Describe the role of the stakeholder and detail the role using the RACI or RACI method. Designate each stakeholder's role as responsible, accountable, consulted, or informed. Include a log that defines the purpose of each RACI designator. Define the time period when the stakeholder support is required. Most portfolios and programs are broken out by phases. And finally, add clarifying comments that will help better define the stakeholder's role. Now, let's turn our attention to a program portfolio. This portfolio shows how each program supports the firm's overall strategic initiatives and serves as a means to identify both internal and external stakeholders needed to support the program. Here is a simple human resource or HR initiative portfolio aimed at improving training and morale within a firm. It consists of 2 programs, each supported by 2 projects. You are the program manager for Program 1, Employee Training Enhancement. There are 2 projects supporting this program. You will use this portfolio as a guide to identify stakeholders. Now, let's look at an example stakeholder register supporting Program Number 1, Employee Training Enhancement. Again, remember to date and provide version control for your stakeholder register. Position names and organizations are documented. As you can see, there are a variety of positions from multiple organizations that must be identified and documented. Unlike a single project, the scope of a program is very broad. Each stakeholder is identified in terms of the program component they will support. Ensure each stakeholder understands the expectations of their assigned role. Role descriptions are defined and RACI designators are annotated. Ensure each stakeholder understands and agrees with the roles and responsibilities that they are assigned. Do not assume all stakeholders will understand and commit to their roles based on the fact they are listed on the stakeholder register. The program manager must identify any support issues and address them prior to finalizing the program stakeholder register. These may include capacity, availability, skills, or other issues. Required timeframes when stakeholder support is required. And finally, clarifying comments complete this example. Let's conclude with a step-by-step approach to ensure the stakeholder register supports the program as planned. In step number 1, develop the initial stakeholder register as a team. Use the portfolio, program business case, and approved program charter as a key source document to determine the roles and responsibilities necessary and ensure they are identified. Step number 2, do not assume support and commitment. Validate each stakeholder's role and responsibility with the stakeholder. Address issues. Ensure the final stakeholder register is validated prior to finalizing the document. Step 3, finalize the stakeholder register and ensure it is included in the stakeholder engagement plan, subsidiary plan of the program management plan, and approved by the executive sponsor for the program. And finally, in step 4, periodically update the stakeholder register as the program evolves. Date the stakeholder register, use version control, and ensure all stakeholders are notified of any changes that occur. If new stakeholders are identified, return to step 2 of this process. In this demo video, you learned the stakeholder register is a key component of the stakeholder engagement plan and program management plan. It identifies key stakeholders and defines their roles and responsibilities. As a living document, you must regularly update the stakeholder register as the program evolves, ensuring it reflects current stakeholders and their roles. You should create a stakeholder register with your team using key documents like the program business case and charter. It is critical to validate each stakeholder's role and commitment. After addressing any issues, you should include the finalized register in the stakeholder engagement plan and get it approved by the executive sponsor. This ensures clarity and commitment across the program. You must regularly update the register using version control and notify stakeholders of changes.